Hey, what's going on? Ryan here, Set the Base Triathlon, doing a little lunchtime education on race deferrals, transfers, or refunds. Now, this is before we get into the whole COVID-19 coronavirus issue. This is before that even happened. I'm going to pick a few races that are still scheduled to be on and race. Still happen, still on the schedule. They haven't canceled them yet. At least I don't think so. We'll check the dates as we look on. But I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to look at two different races. We're going to look at Ironman Florida, a full distance race, and then 70.3 Augusta, a half Ironman race. So I just want you guys to be aware of this stuff. If you're signed up for these events, now if you transferred into them from another event because of coronavirus and all this other stuff, I'm not sure if these will still apply. But if you signed up directly on the site for these different events, these deferment, transfer, and refund options are available to you. So if you want to do these things, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the deadlines and stuff to do this, transfer, whatever, if you want to do something before they figure out what's going on with coronavirus, if these races are going to happen or not. But I just want to make you aware. So let's flip the camera around. So we're going to look at Ironman Florida first. Excuse me, as my allergies get to me. I'm doing two different race types. I'm doing the full, I'm doing a half, because they're different, and I'm going to show you the differences between the races. So if you go to Ironman Florida's main page, you hit register, which I'm already there. You go down to all the registration information. It's sold out. Payment plan option, free deferral program. Athletes who register on or before February 9th of 2020. So if you have not registered for Ironman Florida, if you've done it after February 9th of 2020, you are not eligible to defer. So you're eligible to defer their entry in 2021 Ironman Florida free of charge. All deferral requests be honored through September 23rd. So, first, you have had to have signed up before February 9th. Second, you have until September 23rd to defer, and you can only defer to 2021 Ironman Florida. So deferral may not only be used more than once. Athletes who elect to defer their entries forfeit any partial refund, ability to transfer insurance refund. So if you got, and we'll get into the payment protection stuff. But, so this is important. If you signed up after February 9th, you cannot defer the race under normal circumstances. And then if you did, you have until September 23rd, 2020 to make a change. But you can only go into Ironman Florida 2021. So you're kind of locked in. So know the date of which you had to have signed up by, and know the date of which you need to request your deferral, and know where you need to send that to. Then know your options. Some races will give you an option into another event, like another Ironman event in the calendar year that you're deferring in. But each, like I said, check the individual page of whatever race you signed up for. This is Ironman Florida, for an example. So make sure you're paying attention to your specific race. They're not all the same. They've all got different options, and coronavirus, some are able to have more flexibility and are already deferring people. So make sure that you check what your options are. So that's the deferral program. Then they have withdrawal options. So you can get a partial refund. Withdrawal requests must be received in writing via email or race contact email. Without exception, all requests must be on before December 23rd, 2020, eligible for a partial refund of $150. So if you go up here, if you signed up for Tier 1 at $725, you can only get, I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess, but you can only get $150. So know your options of how much you're going to get if you just want a refund. If you say, I'm just going to take it off the table and I want to do it, you only get $150 back. And you have to do it by September 23rd. So at the time of this recording of July 28th, you still have time. And notice there's no restrictions on when you had to have signed up to get that partial refund. So deferments are not permitted. The withdrawal policy also applies to foundation and relay entries. So you have a partial refund, you have a transfer option. Athletes who register for race by February 9th will now have the ability to transfer their entry to another 2020 Ironman or Ironman 70.3 that has general entries available. Athletes are required to pay $50 transfer fee for the service. Required to pay the registration fee difference. So if you entered in Florida at Tier 1 and you transfer another race and it's in Tier 4, you have to pay the difference and a $50 fee. So there is a transfer option here for Ironman Florida. Athletes may move to another 2020 event later in the calendar year. Races must be open to the general public for 10 days before the athlete is permitted. So, it has to be in the same year, has to be in 2020. You can transfer into it, but at this point in time, I'm not sure how many 2020 events are going to be open still. So make sure you're going to the individual page, you're reading the deferral options, free deferral into the same event in 2021, but you have had to have signed up before February 9th and do it before September 23rd. Withdrawal, get a partial refund, or you can transfer, but you've had to have signed up before February 9th. So you got to know what your options are, and it's different for each race. And then registration protection, you can buy registration protection when you sign up, but it covers certain things. It's not going to cover a global pandemic like coronavirus, so you're kind of stuck with that until Ironman figures what they're doing with the race. So this is Ironman Florida. So this is the options for Ironman Florida. So let's go to 70.3 Augusta. So you go to the register page. So you go down to Iron Kids, registration options, withdrawal options. So you can withdraw and get a partial refund of $75. You have to do it by August 13th of 2020. So if you want to pull the plug, you have until August 13th of 2020. Transfers or deferments are not permitted. Withdrawal policy applies for foundation relays. Registration protection, I guess you can get that if you wanted to. So notice, there's no deferment, there's no transfers, there's no nothing. All you can do is get a partial refund for 70.3 Augusta. So go to your event specific page, make reminders in your calendars of these dates. September 23rd for Florida, September 23rd for that information. For Augusta 70.3, it's going to be, where'd it go? August 13th. So if you're signed up for these races, make note of these dates. These are the dates you have to do something by. So know them. So check your event-specific page. Did you sign up in time to qualify for these different options? Make sure that you're picking a race that is the general entry is open and it meets the qualifications. If you have insurance, if you bought that when you signed up for the race, and say you broke your leg and you can't do the event, then you could probably get a refund and go through the insurance, but it's going to go through them. It's not going to go through Ironman. I think that's the main points. Typically in the deferrals, once you do one of these, if you choose to do one of these, and we'll swip back around here. If you choose to do, don't let my phone fall over. If you choose to do one of these options before Ironman says or does anything with the races due to coronavirus, you are stuck with whatever you did. So if you transfer to a race, 2020, you're going to be with whatever options come out of that race. You can't go back to the original race. So if you defer to Florida 2021 and something happens, you cannot defer again. Now, if you get transferred into it because they cancel it for coronavirus or something, then your options will probably kind of change a little bit. So just be aware that if you want to make a move before Ironman makes a decision, you've got options. Know your race. Go to the specific race page, because every race is different. Everybody has their own little tweaks and nuances. So just make sure you know what you're going to do. Pick the dates that you must know by. Choose what you need to know in order what you can do with your options. So I just want to do a quick little thing about that, because so many questions are coming out there. I want a refund. I want to defer. I want to transfer. Can I do it before they do anything? Yes, you can, but know the race options. Know who you need to contact. So if you have any questions, you've been trying to do this. I've personally not tried to defer a race or anything like that. I tried to get a refund a long time ago before they started doing refunds or even partial refunds. But if you have any questions or anything, maybe I can point you in the right direction. So hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully you're having a great Tuesday, and we will talk to you later.